O meu birimbau de ouro, minha mãe, eu deixei no gantoar. O meu birimbau de ouro, minha mãe, eu deixei no gantoar. É um gunga bem falante que dá gosto de tocar. Eu deixei com menininha para ela abençoar. Amanhã às 7 horas pra Bahia eu vou voltar. Vou buscar meu birimbau que deixei no gantoar. Reviva meu Deus, é a capoeira.
In the year of 1994, I was only 14 and somewhat aware of the genocide that was happening in Rwanda, and had a heart for that experience, and just couldn't believe that the world was not doing anything about it. And then later on in years, I started to read about genocide in particular, genocide in Rwanda in particular, and had done a lot of traveling and decided that it was my destiny to make a journey to Rwanda, and just had a profound experience and a real inspiration to do something for the people of Rwanda. 10 years, 12 years later, there's just such profound need and things to do to make up for the world's kind of silence and inaction. So welcome everyone.
Hey everybody, just a moment of your attention, please. Thank you.
Oh, you took the difference. I'm Jessica Rast. I'm the walk organizer, one of many. I represent Gift for Life Rwanda, the organization that we're supporting today. And I'm extremely excited and honored that we have two people from Rwanda with us. We have Nicholas Shalita and Elial Shalita for joining us. Nicholas is the acting ambassador to the UN from Rwanda. And this is why we're here. We're here to remember, as our signs say, and thank you for carrying them, to remember Rwanda. It's the 12th anniversary of the genocide that happened in 1994, starting 2 days ago. And so we just really want to, over a million people were killed. And so many of the survivors now are dying from AIDS. A lot of the women who were raped and now have AIDS, and this is where the money that we all fundraise for is going to support these women, and really build a bridge between our community here and Rwanda over there. And you guys are our link, and we're in the newspaper today in Rwanda of what we're doing, and we'll be sending stories back and forth.
Well, thank you very much, Jessica and everybody else. It means a lot to us, Rwandans, that the people here in the United States and elsewhere in the world care for us and care for the difficulties that we're going through. As you said, 12 years ago, we experienced something really terrible, very traumatic. It was bad for us, for Rwandans. And it was even worse because we felt that the international community could have done something at the time to help, but nothing was done. But it's not so much a question what happens that did happen. There were failures in the past, but we need to look forward and see how we can help those people who are suffering most, particularly the survivors from the genocide, those who were infected by the AIDS virus, and many people who are in such great need in many aspects of their lives. So it's really very, very moving and very touching that everybody here feels the need to contribute and try to help the situation. I think if everybody can do their little bit, then we can all do something and make sure that the people of Rwanda, those who are suffering most in Rwanda, their lives are improved. So thank you all very much, and on behalf of the Rwandan people, thank you.
Thank you. So right now we'll just do a minute of silent reflection for Rwanda. came back here and had this idea of organizing a fundraiser walk the whole length of the island of Manhattan, which is New York City, walking tip to tip. So I named the walk the Manhattan Tip to Tip Walk for Rwanda. And this was for women in Rwanda who were raped during the genocide and now are currently living with AIDS. So this is what we were raising money for, and we decided to walk in April. It was on a Sunday, April 9th, to remember Rwanda, that the harshest, heaviest killing happened in April. And we wanted to do something at the same time, 12 years later, for peace and for the healing of Rwanda.
My thoughts are, it's nice to have a little chill. It makes you feel like you're doing something important. We're just walking here at Upper Manhattan, doing what we can, letting people know they're not forgotten.
I was hoping for 15 people to kind of support me in walking, and it came to be about 85 people walking the streets of New York with signs that said, remembering Rwanda, and that, the world had forgotten, and even though it was past, we wanted to still remember Rwanda and still raise consciousness that there's things to be done now, and that, that this isn't charity, that this is just, friends reaching across the ocean to other friends, in solidarity to say, we're sorry, we forgot, but here we are now, and let's just form this bridge. So this is, that was the intention behind the walk, and this video is just to connect this community to your community in Rwanda.
I thought it would be such a good thing to be able to, help out, when you can, and be able to come and walk, and people were really very, very giving, telling them that, what was going on and what I was going to do and who we were going to be with, and just, it all worked out just so well. I'm really happy.
Are you doing the whole thing?
I'm hoping to, yeah. It'd be nice.
So far, so good?
So far, so good.
I'm feeling great. It's beautiful out here.
Tip, tip, here we go.
Yeah.
Got the full tippers right here.
There is something about what has happened in Rwanda that really goes very, very deep into my heart. Because I am part of the human race, I feel both the responsibility and the sorrow for every person that was involved in that genocide in 1994. But my heart particularly goes out to the women and children who are the survivors of that, and who have to live with the memory and find a way to heal themselves, their children, their communities, and their country. So for me, this walk was an extraordinary opportunity to foster community among those of us who walked, and we had the most magnificent day. And we walked into one of my favorite places in all the world, the city of New York. And just to be able to walk and talk about this experience and feel that the sense of empowerment, it's not just so much the fundraising, but that to feel that there is something that we can do in solidarity with you. To feel that we can honor your experience and acknowledge it in some way, I think is very, very important. Because it is only through these experiences that we can recognize our common humanity and work for peace.
This walk is very much appreciated. I think it's very important to raise awareness, that we raise awareness about the plight and the difficulties being faced by the survivors of the 1994 genocide. This genocide took place 12 years ago, but it's going to take many generations for us to recover from it, not only economically, but also in terms of rebuilding the lives of those who survived, particularly the women, many of whom were raped during the genocide, contracted AIDS, and are living very, very difficult lives. So we see this walk as a way in which people can come together and through their collective efforts can bring some support back to the women and help improve their lives.
One of the things that was quite wonderful is that a group of young girls in Montclair, New Jersey, 12 and 13-year-old girls, who usually spend their times at malls and on the phone and IMing, took the time and have taken the time to really learn about Rwanda and what happened in Rwanda, and to give their time and energy to not only coming to the walk, but to holding bake sales and to doing other things to raise funds to help with the healing and reconciliation. And you'll see them scattered throughout the walk. Their mothers also came with them. It was a marvelous group because we drew from many, many different communities that each of us know.
It's really good, very positive. Lots of people looking, seeing what's going on. It's always good to do something.
Basically, I'm just dedicating this day to the people of Rwanda. Simply put, I think we all are. And it's just great to be with a bunch of just wonderful people. It doesn't hurt to be in one of the greatest cities of the world, to dedicate a Sunday, which happens to be just a beautiful sunny Sunday, to get a little touch with what's going on in Rwanda, to understand a little more, to be able to send some money their way, and more importantly, to raise our awareness, understand what's going on. We're friends, and I'm happy to say so.
Then there's Times Square, and if you've ever seen any images of New York City, you know Times Square. It's where the New Year's ball drops, and there's, on any day, any moment, even in the middle of the night, there's thousands of people on the street. So this is when the group had to get real compact with our signs, and we're just totally noticed by tens of thousands of people. You know, with these, we had purple signs that said "Remember Rwanda" in the heart of New York City.
It's fun. It's nice to educate people.
How are people responding to your leaflets?
I think in a way, like, they know about it, like something, a little something, and I guess that they appreciate that, you know, that it's like being paraded around the city.
Right.
So it's been a little bit of awareness. Yeah, like thank you, like wow, like you guys are doing that. That's really nice.
Today's very cool. It's nice to be outside. It's great that the weather is perfect because yesterday was like a monsoon. And just great to give visibility to a great cause.
I'd say the walk is going great. I love the most that we're all wearing purple. I'm talking my mouthful. I do think it's very cool though that, like, there's like a group. Like if you look across the street, like when we crossed, and the color purple was on the other side of the street, everybody was looking like, oh, look at that. But it's cool because like it's definitely like a group, whereas it's not like a few people here, a few people there. So hopefully people learn from this, or at least are more aware.
It's a pleasure to see how American, and you in particular, who took the pain to make this trip to support our widows, to support our children and ladies who are HIV positive because of the 1994 genocide. I really appreciate the work you are doing and the gift you are collecting to help our people. We need a lot of things, material things, and we need also moral support, and you combine both, and moral and material. And I like the work Jessica is doing, and gifts for Rwanda organization. I do my best when I'm here and when I'm back to Rwanda to work together with you and support your activities. I thank you very much.
The very end of the walk, we stopped at what's called Ground Zero, which was a former site of the World Trade Center. September 11th was our sorrow in our country, and I had a very, personal, kind of heartbreak experience around that. That very much was an event that inspired me to seriously get involved in peace work and to travel to Auschwitz in Poland and then later to Rwanda to discover, what possibilities are there for healing and reconciliation. So walking, quietly, at that point we were kind of silent and at a slower pace, holding our Remembering Rwandan signs in the city of New York right around Ground Zero was just a beautiful measure of we are really interconnected, that suffering is universal, and that we are all responsible and obliged to act, to try to plant the seeds so acts of violence, whether it be a genocide or a terrorist attack, may be prevented.
I feel good about it, man. It's a great experience.
I'm glad to be a part of it. And the very southern tip looks on to the Statue of Liberty. That's what's in the harbor, so we have our final shot with the Statue of Liberty as our backdrop, which is also kind of poignant and symbolic. So I had hoped to get $1,500, which would be the cost of supporting one woman for a year, and ended up raising about $11,500.
Good experience. It was a bit wearying though, a bit tiring, but it's good. It's worth it for, especially considering what the people of Rwanda went through. This is nothing compared to that. So whatever we can do to help them, that's the important thing.
If I have anything to say, it's just thank you very, very, very much from the bottom of our hearts. It's very, very much appreciated that people from Montclair and everywhere else that they've come from are so much involved in this. This is an initiative from ordinary American people who feel a connection with Rwanda and feel a connection with the people who are suffering and are genuinely working to help and improve the situation. So our message to them is thank you very much. Keep up the good work. The people of Rwanda very, very much appreciate what you're doing. Thank you.
So we thank you very much for sharing our video, and we hope you enjoy it. And just know that we are thinking of you.
and holding you in our heart.
And wishing you peace and reconciliation and happiness.